Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Specsifier to our Ironman adventures here on RuneScape 3. Today we need equipment. I'm not comfortable doing anything else until we get equipment, so we're gonna start with my two favorite skills, especially after their update, mining and smithing. But we need to find a pickaxe and a hammer. And oh, we have a tool belt over it. Oh, I wonder if we already have some. Oh, we already have a pickaxe and a... Ah, okay, so you can remove stuff from this. I didn't know you could remove stuff from your tool belt now. So we have the pickaxe and hammer already on our tool belt. So then let's get our equipment running here. We need to make melee armor. And that's going to be the first thing we're going to do is get a whole bunch of copper and tin. So let's go mine all kinds of stuff over here. I don't know how much we actually need to fully make and upgrade bronze. But we'll gather our stuff. We'll just get 14 of each thing while we're here. So if you haven't done the new mining and smithing updates since the game leveled up, you have a stamina bar that pops up, or a progress bar rather, here below your character bar. And then the rocks will sometimes do that where they glow. And you'll get, they're called Rockertunities. It's a cool idea. I like the name of it. And it makes it so you can go a little faster. And as that bar fills up, you then get your stuff. So it makes mining and smithing a little bit more AFK-able. Smithing has its own little features that work with it, with a heat bar and all that, a progress bar and everything, but that little progress bar fills up as you swing and deal damage to it. And sometimes you'll see a critical hit because you're dealing damage to the rocks. So we're going to collect our iron and copper. Now, I thankfully know how to do a lot of this stuff, but there's no real tutorial island as far as I know. I guess Taverley is probably the tutorial island for the game now, but I don't like that. I like tutorial islands, so we're going to run our own little tutorial chunks between quests on our Ironman adventures. I think this is just going to be a fun time, but we're going to hold 28 items in inventory, so we do 14 copper and 14 tin. So let's get this copper running here. Rockertunity! Clunk. And then we'll run this back over to Lumbridge Forge and turn it into bars that we can then make items from. So let me fill up my inventory with ore, and I will see you all in a moment when I actually have what we need. Alright guys, we are just about finished on our inventory. Oh, we got a thing. A sedimentary geode. Those are a new thing they added in. They're really cool. When you crack them open, you get some of my favorite things to collect in the game, gems. We're probably not going to be able to cut them right now, but we're definitely going to need to keep them around. I'm going to run it back to the bank, because I don't want to get rid of it, because as Iron Man, we need all the items we can collect. We cannot get items otherwise. I don't have to run up to the top of the castle, though. There's a bank by the training arena over here. So I can stop there. And I can show you a thing about the forge that is really cool right now. Because they added a change to it, and then I'll run back and get our thing. So that's our sardine tab. We'll put our... Oh no. Want to open our gem. What we get? We got a spirit shard. Okay, sometimes you can get spirit shards. We can't use those as a non-member right now. Those are for summoning. Different thing. I don't use the skill very often, but we might actually use it as an Iron Man. Let me go get the rest of the one tin ore we still need. And then I'll come back over here to the forge, and I will show you guys what we're going to do next with our smithing. Alright guys, I got my last tin ore. We needed a rest, but you can do that by right-clicking your run energy at the top here, turning on the rest feature, as the tutorial conveniently told me. And that's important because we need run energy to run. To get more of that, we need to train agility, which I don't believe we can train as a non-member, which we won't be a member until we get to a certain threshold on this, which my threshold for that is we're going to complete every non-member quest before we leave the non-members function of the game. I'm not going to make this account a member until we actually do that. But we got to run back here to the forge. I hope they added anvils near here, or we might not have an easy time of showing off the rest of this episode. Alright, so we get back here. Oh, they did add stuff. Okay, so we're smelting the forge. First thing we're going to do... Oh, we're going to get out all the tutorials out of the way. The tutorials will tell you pretty much all the same things here. But you click this button here, it's going to deposit all your metals in. So I got 14 copper and 14 tin. We're going to make 14 bronze bars real quick. Stuff those in. It takes about 30 seconds. We got the achievement bar 1. Smelt You've completed the bar 1. Smelt 1 ore into a bronze bar so you can smith it into bronze equipment. Oh, okay. Alright, let's smith this up. Keep it going. Because we're going to be making equipment with this. As needed. This may take me some time to finish out my whole set. So, this may take a little bit to complete. Alright, so now we got it here. Put this back in. So what you're going to do is we're going to walk over here to the forge, not the furnace. And now we can make our equipment. So we got all of our different bronze equipment depending on what we want to make. We got weapons we can make. We got offhand weapons we can make. We got ranged pieces we can make, and miscellaneous. The first things we're going to make is a bronze ore box. This is the most important thing with the whole thing with mining and smithing update. What the bronze ore box does is that starts the tier of the ore box as it goes up. And what the ore box is going to let you... Oh, you got to make sure you heat the forge. This little bar here is your heat meter. That's got to be at full, because that's going to direct how easily it is to smith stuff. And see, like, this guy's got these boots on the ground. I can't take those. It's going to tell me no because I'm an Ironman. You know, yeah, there are items you cannot take in Ironman mode. So we're going to do this and make our ore box. This is important. Ore box is, like, the most important thing to make. Because what this does is this lets you hold all kinds of different ore. Right now mine's empty. But it can hold copper and tin together. So we can mine a whole bunch of it all at once. So our next thing we're going to make is we're going to do a pickaxe. Oh, we have the pickaxe. Oh yeah, these ones can't be upgraded. There's later on in this you can upgrade what you can make. So I'm going to start with my equipment first. And I'm going to go with the lighter armor look. Doesn't matter which helmet we go with because I'm going to have hide helmet on. So we're going to make bronze medium helmet. Smith that up. Hammer away. So this will get us our melee equipment first. So we'll wear our bronze medium helmet. Actually, that doesn't look that bad. We're gonna make, we got plate legs and plate skirt. They both give the same equipment value. I like the plate skirt because I like how they look. Doesn't matter here, we wear kilts here. So we're gonna smith ourselves a plate skirt. Capital protection. Oh, we hit a level up. What's our smithing level 2? Smelt bronze bars 25% faster. Awesome. Oopsies. I was clicking on things. I don't see the XP icon though. Huh. Alright, so now I got pants. Or a plated skirt rather. Makes us look like a Spartan warrior, I like it. We need a chest piece to do the chain body. Mobility, that's what we're going for here. Hammer this together. We won't have to worry about the ore box for a little while. I'll do that off camera while we get our stuff up to level 10. At level 10 smithing, we can make iron. And that'll be our next big tier of equipment, but I don't think that's until level 10 defense. We don't have to worry about that for a little while. But we're going to get our equipment first here, so we're situated and armored up. And see, our heat bar is going down, so we can click on the forge to speed that up a little bit. Our next level 3 perk is we can now heat bronze 33% faster. Grand exchanges in Varrock, my friend. Then we got our bronze chain body completed. Look at that. We are all ready to go. So we're missing boots. And thankfully those only take 1 piece a piece, but we're going to need more equipment. We can't make our weapons, so I'll have to go back and get more materials to make weapons with. Get our finished up here. Hammer away. Bronze armor boots. And we need bronze armor gauntlets. Smithing away, smith it away. Kertunk, kertunk, kerchank, kertink, kertonk, gauntlets. And we got a full set of armor. We're missing weapons, though. weapons have a bunch of different types, and it's important to have weapons with a couple different styles. So we're gonna go with daggers and swords, I think. Oh, but claws are neat. And we can make claws. That's cool. I think we might do claws, actually. Let's do some fun. We'll do claws and daggers. So that way we got slashing and stabbing. I like dual wielding because dual wielding's an option. So we need 2, 4, 6. We need 8 things. Let me go get 8 more pieces of equipment. Oh, the first thing we want to do though is open up our customization thing here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh, do I have access to like a bunch of other stuff that I have? That's cool. Oh, no, I don't have access to this. I was like, that'd be weird if I had access to this stuff. Alright, clear that. All we're going to do is we just want to hide helmet. Apply. Alright, so let's go get that other piece we needed for our weapons. And there's 8. So we got our 8. So I want to show you guys how the ore box works. You click on the ore box when you got ore in inventory, and as long as it fits the right tier of the box, you click on it, and now see I have 8 ore and 8 copper and 8 tin in my ore box. And you can each ore individual one has its own cap, so it's not like a cumulative one. Each one can fit in there. It's super convenient. So if you haven't made one of these on your main, on your Ironman, on your hardcore Ironman, what have you, make one. It is super, super nice. You want this item. And we got 3 more sedimentary geodes, so we're going to crack that open. We got a uncut topaz and spirit shards. I don't think I can cut that yet, though. No, I need to be level 16 crafting to be able to start cutting gems. Which is kind of sucky, but whatever. I love gems, though. They're my favorite item in the game, and they're going to be our big collection item. So let's go run back to the bank. Red topaz is also one of my favorites. I've always liked that color, that shade of pink for some reason. I don't know why. But for whatever reason, I've always really liked the red topaz gem. So let's run back and make our bars and our daggers and claws, because that's what we're gonna go with as our weapons. Because I think those are gonna be cool weapons to have set up. Bank chest. Put our stuff away. Our 2 extra spirit shards we can't do anything with, and our topaz. We'll put that in that tab for now until I figure out what I want to do with it. We'll sort our bank out as we go. All these items on the ground I can't pick up. It hurts my soul. But that's what it means to be an Iron Man. Deposit our materials, begin our project with bronze bars, so we can finish our equipment crafting. I'm gonna go over some abilities real quick and wrap this episode up. Okay. Go over to the forge, deposit our materials, and start with a bronze dagger. Normally the first thing you're taught how to make in RuneScape, but that was when Tutorial Island still existed. Shame that it's not there anymore. I love Tutorial Island. Tutorial Island and random events are 2 of my favorite things. It's part of why I like Old School and why I stream the Iron Man Old School over on Twitch with my buddy Chris. I really liked those things, and Iron Man mode makes Old School tolerable, I guess, for me. I wouldn't like Old School on regular setups, honestly. Iron Man makes it fun. I still like playing RuneScape 3 a lot, which is why I keep my main around and I keep playing that. I just thought this would be a fun idea, is why we're doing this. Oh, level 4 smithing. That gets us a heat level cap of bronze raised by 50 points. So now we have bronze daggers. We are now armed and dangerous. Let's make our bronze claws, though, because those are going to be our cool ones for slashing. Hammer these together. I don't know, I just like the idea of claws and daggers as our weaponry. It's a little silly, but it's fun. That's why I like it. Now we got 1 bronze claw. We did the offhand bronze claw. It's non-traditional weapon. Usually it's like swords and maces and axes. Like, nah, daggers and claws. Alright, so now we got our claws. Let's put those on. So we have the ability bar down here. Now I'm using the Revolution Plus setup that they started up in 2018. I think it's great. I love using it. It may not be always the most optimal way to play, but I like the idea. So we have Slice as our first basic ability. Oh, unlock our action bar so that we can put things onto it. Add Slice down there. We don't have any other abilities we can put on there just yet. And I don't think there's any under defensive and... Regenerate activates normally. There is a setting for that in your settings. Make sure you turn that on. It is, if you go under settings and you go under combat, it is under... No, I think it's under general? Oh, stamina unlocks at 15 mana. We can't turn that on yet. There's a spot in here that it's at. I just don't remember where it's at for it. But there's a way to trigger... There's a way for it to turn on... Oh, here it is right here. Automatically trigger regenerate. It should be on automatically if you've got a newer character. We've got an older one. Make sure you check that on. It's super useful. When you leave combat, it'll just automatically trigger regenerate for you. I also like having toggle ability cooldown timer, so it shows you what the time remaining is on it on the bars. Alright, so let's go fight something so I can show you guys how this works. Let's go find... There's goblins right over here we can go fight. And I'll show you how the combat works for this. There's a button, you can hotkey it to pull out your weapons. I like to have them wielded, so I got big-ass claws. But sometimes it's cool to have just up there. So let's fight this goblin right here. He's only got 100 health. Slice his face off, yeah. And we just use our claws to just beat the shit out of him. And he dropped us a Staff of Air. That's going to be useful. The Mind Runes will also be useful, and so will those bones. Now, bones, you can just bury them like this. And that gets us prayer experience. Let's get us a different thing. Because we're going to need these items for what we're going to go collect and make in the next episodes. Smack. Oh, he did drop it. Okay. That gets us also the charge bow drops off of these guys. And what this is it's a special level 1 bow that works like my favorite bow in the game, the crystal bows. And the attuned crystal bow and the Serad God bow above it, but it generates its own ammunition, so you don't have to worry about arrows. It's super nice for a starting weapon, and then the Staff of Air is a nice starting weapon too for magic, because we're going to need runes, and it provides automatic air runes. So I can just cast Airstrike without having to worry about it by using this staff. So it's super nice. We have that now. So we can do that. We have our daggers too that can still use the same action bars we have. We'll have to just set up our other ones real quick. So we got daggers. Those attack like that. They're like mini tiny swords. They're pretty cool. We got coins. Coins will be useful. Up to 511 coins so far. So if you look, I set up my action bars. You can do this by right-clicking your combat settings and go to action bar settings. You can also change your combat mode down here. If you hit action bar settings and you go on your action bars here, you can go down here, action bar binding setup, and you can set it to each action bar wielding a different thing. Now, if you're a member, and then if you use the microtransaction store with Solomon's, you can buy additional action bars. As a member, I think you get 6. So you get 3 as a non-member, you get 6 as a member, and there's up to 10. I don't honestly ever need the other 4, so even on my main account, I don't have the 4. But I would say that as a member, getting the 6 is nice because you can set melee one-hand, melee dual wield, melee two-handed, range two-handed, range dual wield, magic two-handed, and magic dual wielded. I technically only have 5 of those and use an additional action bar above the action bar to have as just extra buttons for different things like food and potions and things. We won't need to worry about that until after we get to membership though. But you can set it here, the drop-down bar, and choose which style you want the thing to be set to. I'll be using melee dual wield mostly for the time being. So I have my first one, melee dual wield, it's range two-hand, the other one, and then magic two-hand. And then what happens when you equip a new weapon, it automatically switches your action bars for you, which is really nice. So we'll set... I don't know why these are popping up way over here. They should be popping up here. So we'll put the ranged here. And then we'll equip our Staff of Air. Pull up our magical book. We'll set Airstrike as autocast, so right-click on that instead of autocast. And then we want to put Rack down here on action bar 3. And make sure that my other combat stuff all shows up in this chunk here. And summoning, we'll put the summoning down here. We don't actually need it right now because we aren't gonna have summoning and familiars yet. We can close all these now because we don't need all these open. All right, so I'm gonna relock our action bars. So now we have all our stuff. So in the next episode, we're gonna get ranged and magic equipment because we need to have that. And I know where we can get ranged equipment, magic equipment, not so much. So either way, guys, I will see you all in the next episode. We have our melee gear, though. We are good to go. We're rocking it. We are ready, almost ready for combat. We just need to finish off the 2 other sides of the combat triangle. Either way, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. Turn on your dingle-dongle bell. Don't forget to check out the Twitch link down below and hit follow over there so you can check out the live streams for content over there as well. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.